Kumana, Mambam, Elizabeth, 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 Elizabeth.
How do you shout it on it?
Elizabeth.
We've all seen that video trending on social media, and I think even Etzebeth has accepted that this is how he will be known from now on. The video went viral on social media after Sia Dlamini from Volkrust was seen referring to Etzebeth as Elizabeth as he cheered him on. This was as Elizabeth crossed the line to score a last gasp and claim victory against World Cup host France. Sia and his cousin Lwazi join me now to speak about that moment and that trending video. But before we speak to them, let's have a quick look at that video.
Elizabeth! 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 Elizabeth!
How do you shout it on it?
Elizabeth!
You know, my heart is filled with so much joy just seeing that moment. And we are joined by Lwazi Zulu and Siyamthanda Dlamini speaking to us about that very famous video. Thank you both so much for joining us. I don't want you to be nervous. You're going to be fine. Let me start with you, Lwazi. Maybe just start with the moment you decided to start filming. Sia, did you know that he was going to react that way? What were you expecting when you were taking that video?
So, okay, we were watching the game and it was getting really hectic. It was during the second half, I remember correctly. And when he started shouting, telling them to stop it, to stop holding him back, to run with him, you know, so that he can be able to take the ball throughout. And he was telling the other players, go this side, go that way, block this one. And I just found it funny. I was like, you know what, let me take a video. And usually he's one to tell me to stop filming him. That's something he always tells me. But that day I was like, you know what, let me just do it without his concern. He didn't even know I was taking the video. And I just, you know what, let me just do it, post it, and let's see where it goes.
Absolutely. I'll come back to you, but maybe let's bring you in, Sia. You have literally captivated South Africa. When I saw that video, I probably watched it 50 times. I was like, what is happening in this video? Firstly, you're calling him something that he's not, but maybe just speak to us about what you were feeling in that moment. You probably represent what South Africans were feeling, because we were so anxious in that last minute, in those last few minutes. How were you feeling? Why did you call him Elizabeth? Is it Elizabeth or Elizabethi? What exactly is it?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, yeah. Okay. Tell us how you were feeling in that moment and why you called him that.
That day I was so frustrated because we almost lost. When Elizabethi scored the try, like, I felt so, like, amazing, great. Like, I didn't believe it.
Okay, and tell us why you call him that. Is it just because you don't know how to say his name, or?
I just call him that. I just find that even Etzebeth is like a long and hard name, so I just say Elizabeth.
Okay, and how did you feel when Lwazi was taking that video of you? Did you know she was taking that video of you?
I didn't see the camera.
You would have probably not reacted the same way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Lwazi, let me come back to you about captivating this moment. I mean, you're literally trending. Did you get to meet Elizabeth?
Yes, we all got to meet him. I also took a video of him meeting him as we were there. I was next to the guy who was taking the video as well.
Oh, lovely. Okay. just speak to us about that moment, taking that video. Did you think it was going to trend like that? Did you put it on TikTok? How did it go so viral?
So I put it on TikTok, on my TikTok. I was like, you know what, let's make you trend. Because my account was already growing at that time. So I was like, you know what, let's just take a leap of faith and let's make you trend. And then I posted it, and then within like an hour, it had 9 views. And I was like, you know what, let me take it off because this is sad. 9 views, and usually I'm getting like 200 views. I was like, okay, this is sad. But then after the game, a few minutes after the game, that's when it started trending. That's when it started going viral, and people were liking, commenting, duetting, and it was just so epic. But I didn't expect it to go this viral, though.
And how were you feeling in that moment? I mean, to take a video in such a moment, you must have been rather calm. I think the whole of South Africa, we felt like we were about to have a heart attack.
I don't really understand much of rugby, but I knew that we were losing. And I just found it so funny. I was like, you know what, let me just do it. So I wasn't feeling the same way that he was feeling because he plays rugby, so he understands what's going on. And me, on the other hand, I'm just watching because it's the World Cup. I want to be in the topics, and they're talking about it in class, at school, you know. So I was just watching, and yeah.
Well, your life has changed from that
Yeah.
video. Sia, I'm fascinated that you're so quiet and shy, because in that video, you were very out there.
In that video, it was something else.
Tell us about that. Tell us what you were feeling in that moment. Were you anxious when you were watching it? Did you think we were going to lose?
I really thought we were going to lose. I was so anxious, though.
Yeah.
Frustrated.
So you understand rugby, so you obviously understood what was going on. I'm like Lwazi. Like, I think now I know what penalties are and tries are, and how we were so desperate for a try in specific moments. But you obviously play rugby, so, you know, I just need to get a little bit more out of you. What were you feeling in that moment? Did you realize that Elizabeth was about to cross the line, or you know, how were you seeing the match in that moment?
I thought they would never score the try because they didn't want to shift out. They were supposed to shift out. Pass it to Kobe. Kobe scores the try. But they didn't shift out. But Elizabeth came to the rescue.
Did you tell them when you met them?
I didn't even know what to say. I was so, like, happy.
How was that experience meeting him?
It was like, oh, it was amazing.
He's very tall, hey?
Oh, and big.
I want to speak about rugby, though, because you play rugby, and, you know, I don't want to get too serious about this, but, you know, we need a lot of more transformation in rugby. We've seen a lot of more transformation. We're seeing Sia Kolisi taking the Rugby World Cup for the 2nd time, a black captain. We're seeing other players coming from real difficulties. What does that mean for you? I mean, I'm looking at your shirt and it says "Stronger Together," which really encompasses what we are feeling as South Africans.
Yeah, rugby, like, brings us together as a family, makes it feel like a family as South Africans.
Do you think that you could be an Elizabeth one day?
Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely.
So what would you want to play for the Springboks?
Absolutely.
And which position?
Flank.
Okay, I have no idea what that is, but I'll just
CS police.
I'll just trust that you will do us very proud. I'm wondering if you can mimic your video. No, you're too shy to scream Elizabeth. You're
I'm too shy. Nervous.
Okay, great. But you know that you're a star. Like, you've literally captured South Africans' hearts. What do you have to say to everybody that now you've changed Elizabeth's name?
Guys, I didn't think the video would go viral. Like, I was like, it's a video. But yeah, guys, thank you for the love and support. And thanks to God, thanks to my school, aka Focused High School. Yeah, thank you, guys.
Fantastic. And Lwazi, you proud of yourself for taking that video, right?
Very proud.
You're going to continue making content, wholesome content.
Definitely.
Fantastic. Thank you both so much for coming into studio. We really do appreciate it. That was Lwazi Zulu and Siyamthanda Dlamini speaking to us about the famed Elizabeth video. I have to emphasize how happy that video made me, and probably millions of South Africans that came across it. And
Kumana, wambam. Number Elizabeth! 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 Elizabeth!